So, Clash in Paris just got a lot more interesting. And not just the show, but the road to get to the show. Obviously, we all know the news of Naomi having to vacate the Women's World Championship because she is pregnant. And that is such an incredible thing to hear after hearing the struggles that her and Jimmy Uso have gone through to try to have a baby. Hearing that she is pregnant is a wonderful thing to hear. Naomi was doing some of her best work. She completely reinvented herself and quickly became the top heel in the women's division. So, her character work that she was doing prior to her having to vacate the title was simply fantastic. And so, it is kind of a bittersweet thing knowing that she is going to have to vacate while she is seemingly on top of the world. But hey, family comes first, and again, it is fantastic news for Naomi and Jimmy Uso. But this does kind of put WWE into a bit of a predicament because Clash in Paris, at the time I'm recording this video, is 12 days out. Meaning, they need to decide what they want to do really, really quick. So that is the purpose of today's video. We are going to take a look into the Women's World Championship picture and kind of try to figure out what WWE may have in store for us. Before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So, if you're a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So I think when you take a look at the Women's World Championship picture right now, there's one pretty obvious way that they could go about it. And that would involve having just a straight ladder match at Clash in Paris. Now, the issue with that is you have Stephanie Valkyrie waiting in the wings, who has been waiting for this match since she won the Battle Royal at Evolution. So it is kind of unfortunate for Stephanie Valkyrie if they were to go down this route because she was meant to just have a one-on-one match. And I did find it kind of interesting that when we saw this same type of thing happen with Becky Lynch a number of years ago, she gave the title to Asuka because Asuka was next in line. Now, obviously, that feels like it was a ridiculously long time ago now, and obviously, a lot of things have changed. But the way I'm kind of looking at it is they want to give Stephanie Valkyrie a big moment with this championship if she is going to win it. Obviously, I think it's pretty clear that they do see Stephanie Valkyrie as a big piece in the women's division for many years to come now. So it would make sense that they want her first major title victory to be this big and prestigious moment. Whereas back when we had Becky Lynch vacating it for Asuka, Asuka was already established by then, and she didn't really need that big moment. So that is why I think that WWE is either going to do a ladder match at Clash in Paris, or in the week or days leading up to Clash in Paris, we could see possibly another Battle Royal like what we saw at Evolution. Obviously, the winner of that Battle Royal would go on to face Stephanie Valkyrie for the Women's World Championship. Those two options feel like the most logical to me, at least. So if WWE was wanting to go down this route and they wanted to have a Battle Royal, who would make a good winner? Two names that immediately come to my mind, one being Lyra Valkyria. Obviously, it would make sense for Lyra Valkyria to move on to bigger and better things now that she is officially out of the IC title picture. I think that that feud with Becky Lynch really solidified her spot on the main roster for many years to come. And I think that that would be a very interesting match between Stephanie Valkyrie and Lyra Valkyria. Another one that may be a little bit of a wild card, I think Ivy Nile would be very interesting. Ivy Nile has continued to get better and better, not just in the ring, but her character work as well. And since Chad Gable got injured, we've seen her kind of take on this bigger role that I kind of wish we would see more of. And speaking of that Battle Royal at Evolution, there were a lot of people who thought that Ivy Nile was going to win. Or, at the very least, she could win. Another one that I have that I think would be really interesting, because I'm really excited to see where she goes from here, that is Bayley. Obviously, we have seen the segments that she has been doing on both SmackDown and Raw. And obviously, we need to see where this goes from here with kind of this like split personality type deal that she's doing right now. But even though we're very early into that character development of Bailey, it's working for me and a lot of other people. And if WWE continues to do this Bailey character metamorphosis correctly, I think it could be a very, very interesting story moving into Clash in Paris and possibly taking on Stephanie Valkyr. Again, while yes, Bailey is very, very established in her WWE career, the feud that she had alongside Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch for the women's IC title was very, very good. She added a lot, not just to that feud, but to building that IC title picture. So again, we need to see where this Bailey story is going, but if it keeps going the direction it is, I don't think she would be a terrible option. So, this is where I want to hear from you guys. First, let me know what you guys want to see WWE do with the Women's World Championship picture. Do you want to see just a straight ladder match at Clash in Paris? Do you want to see a battle royal leading up to Clash in Paris? Or do you want to see something that I haven't mentioned and am probably just not thinking of? And then let me know who you guys want to see possibly facing Stephanie Valkyr at Clash in Paris. So as always, let me know that stuff down below in the comments. And while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in bio for a reason, and that is because it will take you to all of the social medias for this channel. And I do suggest going and checking out our X page. Besides YouTube, I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. And above all else, I want the X page to be a place for wrestling fans to go and talk about wrestling, especially if you're like me and you don't have a lot of people to talk to about wrestling. So if you are like me and you're looking for a group of wrestling fans to talk about wrestling with, swing by an upcoming episode of Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. Clash in Paris is quickly approaching. Join in on the conversation, and maybe it's for you at the end of the day. With all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Both are free and both really help out the channel a lot. And if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here. As always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. See you next time.